Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about HBO Max and why this is so important going forward. So yesterday, I sat through the entire webcast. It was about 3 hours. So I was definitely tuned in. And, I was there for the entire presentation, all the content. And then also I sat through watching the Q&A. And this is probably the most innovative, transformative partnership, whatever you want to call it, at At&T has ever presented. And it's going to be huge for the company going forward. Now, a lot of people have asked me in the past, why do I tie all this into wireless? Because At&T is not looking to sell you services individually. They are looking to bundle. So if you get home internet, TV, they're not looking to sell you those individually. They are looking to sell you wireless, home internet, TV, all in one. And this is the same strategy that they're taking with HBO Max. And HBO Max is going to be the future of At&T. And this is the platform that they're going to push. They stated that yesterday during the Q&A. And it's a huge, huge deal. Now, the pricing for this is going to cost you $14.99 if you're just going to get the subscription services. From what I saw yesterday, the content that they're going to deliver, this is a huge value proposition in my opinion. As you can see, starting in 2020, right out the gates, this is going to launch in May of 2020. HBO Max is going to be able to compete day one. So there's going to be 31 Max originals and 38 HBO Legacy originals. So we're talking Westworld, Game of Thrones, all those ones. And they did a very, very, very detailed study on analysis and analytics. And there are still a huge amount of Americans that haven't seen HBO originals. So those are considered to them as legacy originals. And they will also be included in the platform. So right out the gates in 2020, they are going to have 69 original series. That is pretty big in my opinion. And as you see, as we go through this content, you will see what I mean. So the presentation I thought was very good. It was very quick. Although we didn't get to see the trailers for some reason. I was part of the investors webcast. So every time there was a trailer, there was a intermission, but nonetheless, it was a really, really good presentation in my opinion. So we're going to go forward here. So by 2021, they are going to have 50 Max originals. And then, of course, still the 38 HBO Legacy ones. I don't think they're going to add on to those. Well, there's one that they announced at the end that I will let you guys know here towards the end of the video. So they're going to have a total of 88 original series by 2021. So they are also going to compete very heavy on original content like Netflix, Hulu, and all the other streaming services that are coming out. They want to compete really, really hard in that space, domestically and globally as well. So next, and here's why I think the platform is going to be so strong. So they have a partnership with DC and the CW content creator, the ones that are making Flash, Supergirl. I'm sure you've seen them. So those guys are going to create original content for HBO Max audiences. So we are going to get a original Green Lantern, an original, I forgot the name of it, but it'll be a show about the superheroes during high school. So there's a ton of original content coming for the platform. And this one is really, really big. I think DC is pretty popular. So it seems like to me the Disney Plus is going to take on the Marvel platform and the HBO Max is going to take on the DC platform. So next. So we are going to get all of the DC content. So we are going to get the Wonder Woman, the Batman, the Superman, all from 40 years of content. So we are going to have all the original content. Sorry about that. We're going to have all the original content from all the DC movies backtracking 40 years. like I said, this is huge content. So day one, they are going to have an insane library of content on the platform. And a lot of people like DC. This is a genre that Netflix just won't be able to compete anymore, because this is going to be exclusive to HBO Max for the future. Next, here are some of the other movies that they will have. They're going to have The Hobbits, The Lord of the Rings, The Matrix. I mean, they're just going to have a ton of content, and they're going to compete in all genres. They're going to compete in comedy, thriller, action, drama, mystery, whatever there is, you name it, they will compete in it. So I think the $14.99 price point is really solid. It's going to be a value proposition. And if you stay tuned to the channel next month, this will all make more sense. There's one more big announcement that's going to come from AT&T on how this all is going to tie in. So just a little bit about the distribution. So if you have AT&T TV, DirecTV, any TV service, Uverse, and you're subscribed to HBO, you're going to get HBO Max included. So it's going to be free of cost. And this also goes for the subscribers that already have HBO, the app. I believe it's called HBO Go or any of those. You are also going to get the HBO Max for free. And then also, if I remember correctly, if you are bundled in with TV, internet, and such services through AT&T, you're also going to get the HBO Max for free. And the content distribution goes also if you have CenturyLink, Comcast. As long as you have the HBO subscription, you're going to get HBO Max for free. That is something they talked about during the Q&A, and they were very clear on. Now, in terms of competing, they want to compete very heavy. So let me backtrack really quickly. So here we go. So by 2025, they want to compete for 50 million customers. That's domestically. And they want to be at 75 to 90 million globally. So they are going to push this in terms of marketing very heavy. This is an initial investment of $4 billion. So they got to invest heavy, but it'll pay off down the line. At $14.99, if they grow this to where they want to grow this domestically and then globally, of course, globally, they're going to have to tweak pricing a bit. But in my opinion, this could be the drastic change that AT&T needed. During the investors conference, they displayed graphs that showed that the TV traditional side, not just with AT&T, but across the industry, is just dying out. There's a huge loss on TV traditional side across the industry. So with the OTT, they are looking to push this to whole new levels. And starting in 2021, they are going to present a cheaper option, lower than the $14.99, but it will come with commercials, ads. So to me, that's not a big deal. I watch the CW now, and it's free, and there are commercials and ads, but to me, it's not a big deal. It's like watching cable TV, in my opinion, and I don't have to pay for it, so I'm fine with the ads. But again, huge presentation. I don't want to say this shocked the industry, because there will be heavy competition in that space, but I think the value proposition, and if AT&T can spin this correctly, like I'm expecting them to do in November, it's going to be really big. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. I got lots more content coming. We're getting closer to the trial coming up, so we will see if the states budge. We've got some bigger announcements from AT&T in November. So just definitely stay tuned to the channel. Also, make sure to watch my video that I dropped yesterday about AT&T, the difference between the consumer QCI and the business QCI. That was a really big video. And on there, you can see that there is a difference in terms of the priority. So I will leave that at the end of this video if you're new, so you could check that out. But again, make sure you stay tuned to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Also, follow the social media outlets for more updates. Also, Follow the Instagram. My trip is on Thursday, where I'll be doing comparisons. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.